In this video, we are going to be comparing fractions. Think about the following fractions: 2/3 and 3/4. Which one is greater? To compare fractions, you must make sure they have the same denominator. Here the denominator is 3, here the denominator is 4, so you have to make them the same. How do you do that? I can multiply here by 4, here by 4, here by 3, here by 3, and what do I get? This becomes 8 over 12, whereas this becomes 9 over 12. And now that the denominators are the same, we'll be comparing the numerators. And we see that 9 is greater than 8, so this fraction is greater. Let's try another one. I multiply here by 2, here by 2, and this will give me 6 over 16. This is already 6 over 16, so they are equal. Let's try a different one. Which one is greater? Well, I have to make sure the denominators are the same. Think about this. What if I multiply this here by 4 and this here by 3? Both of them are going to be equal to 24. However, I have to do the same thing on the top. This here becomes 20 over 24. This here becomes 21 over 24. So this one is greater. One more. Now, before going further, I know this one is going to be greater. How do I know? Imagine you have 5 things that you need to divide to 8 people. Here you have 5 things that you need to divide to 12 people. In this situation, every person is going to get a bigger piece because you are distributing among fewer people. But let's do the math and see. So here I multiply by 3, here I multiply by 3, which will give me 15 over 24. Here I multiply by 2, here I multiply by 2, which gives me 10 over 24. So this number wins. Now here we're going to be ordering fractions from least. Least means the smallest to the greatest. And the fractions are the following. So for me to be able to compare these fractions, I should make sure they have the same denominator. Here I have 4, I have 5, I have 8, and I have 2. So which denominator can I use? Or which number can I use on the bottom that is a multiple of each of the 4 denominators? Okay, let's just try a few things here. Look, 4 and 5, when I multiply those, I get 20. So if I use 20, it will work with 4, it will work with 5, it will also work with 2, but it will not work with 8 because 20 divided by 8 is not a whole number. So we can go ahead and use 40. So I want every denominator to be 40. So that means I multiply by 10, multiply by 10, multiply by 8, multiply by 8, multiply by 5, multiply by 5, multiply by 20, multiply by 20. Let's see what I get. This becomes 30 over 40. This becomes 16 over 40. This becomes 25 over 40. This becomes 20 over 40. Now I'm going to put them in order. Which one is the smallest? The smallest is 16 over 40. But 16 over 40 is 2 over 5. So that's the smallest. What's the next one? The next one will be 20 over 40, which is 1/2. So 1/2 will be next. And then I have 25 over 40, which is 5 over 8, 5 over 8. And then obviously the last one is 30 over 40, which is 3 over 4. So I can put these symbols inside to show that here I have the least, and here I have the greatest.